If you move to Texas from another state, chances are you won't truly be Texan until you learn some Texas urban slang. And today, we're sharing your first lesson on Texas urban slang, and we're starting right now. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Your Wichita Falls. I'm Debbie Dobbins, real estate entrepreneur here in Wichita Falls, Texas. And on this channel, we talk about how to live your best life in Wichita Falls, Texas. So if you want to know more about all things Wichita Falls, please subscribe to our channel right now. Hit that little bell. So I remember when I first moved to Wichita Falls in 1996, I was talking to a business colleague on the phone, and suddenly he said, "Little lady, you're not from Texas, are you?" And I said, "No, sir, I'm not." "Why do you ask that?" He replied, "Because you say dog when it's pronounced dog, D-A-W-G. Well, I learned very quickly that I better learn some Texas slang in order not to appear that I was straight off the plane from California and a little wet behind the ears from playing in the Southern California coast. Today, I'm going to share 10 quick Texas urban slang phrases that you'll want to add to your repertoire. So, are you ready? Number 1, y'all. Well, everyone that comes here hears y'all, and we're going to talk about y'all in the plural of y'all, all y'all. This is the one term that most non-Texans actually know and understand. And newcomers adopt it fairly quickly and easily, but few newcomers know how to use it correctly. Y'all is the southern contraction of you all, and it's meant to be used for when you're addressing one person. If you're talking to more than one person or a large group of people, you use the plural of y'all, all y'all. So make sure if you use y'all, you use it correctly. Number 2, fixin' to. If you're fixin' to do something, it has nothing to do with fixing anything. Fixin' means you're about to do something. Like, for instance, when your husband asks you, "Honey, are you going to wash the dishes or cook me dinner?" And you reply to him, "Honey, I'm fixin'." Now, just like saying I'm about to something doesn't always mean you're going to get to it, fixin' to doesn't always imply that it will get done. So here's a pro tip. Just so you know, it's best to drop the G on pretty much everything in Texas if you want to fit in. The number 3 Texas urban slang is bless your heart. And we did talk about that in another video. Perhaps that's how you ended up here. And you can watch that as well. There's a reason that Texas is called the Friendship State. People here are as sweet as pecan pie. By the way, as an aside, another phrase you should say correctly is pecan, not pecan. If you do say pecan, you might get a bless your heart just because you're not saying it correctly. It's pecan. Bless your heart can be used as a true blessing. Bless your heart, sweetheart. Or it quite often is used sarcastically. If you're a newcomer, bless your heart is loosely translated as, "Oh, you poor darling," followed by the reason that you're a poor darling, like pecan instead of pecan. "Oh, darling, you said pecan, not pecan." So just be careful if somebody says bless your heart, they're not always blessing your heart. Number 4, might could. That's a great phrase. And even though Texans love to shorten things to make them easier or make 3 words one word, the phrase might could is one instance where they take a phrase and draw it out. It's just another way of saying could with an additional word in there. So instead of saying, "I could do that for you," they've got to say, "I might could do that for you," implying they might or they might not get to it. Basically, it's a total maybe. We just hate to be ugly, so we don't like to say no. So I might could help you and I might could not. Number 5, all hat and no cattle. If someone's all hat and no cattle, then that means that they're all talk and no follow through. Or as we say in the North, all talk and no action. You might hear it when they're describing someone that is speaking too highly of themselves. You know those people that boast all the time and they never do what they say they're going to do. So if they don't have anything to brag about and they're talking about themselves all the time and you don't trust their braggadociousness, you simply say, sounds like you're all hat and no cattle, partner. It's a friendly way of saying, sure. Number 6, corn-fed. Now, this phrase, corn-fed in Texas, doesn't have anything to do with corn at all. If you're corn-fed, then it means you're big. Most people use this phrase for tall, broad-shouldered men, like Blake Shelton, yum. For instance, he's 6'5", and he might be described as a corn-fed country boy. But I do hear folks refer to youngsters or others who might not be pushing their plate away at the dinner table in a sentence like this. Bless his heart, that boy is corn-fed. So be careful when you say that to somebody. They might take a little offense at it. Number 7, dadgummit. If you break this phrase down, it's likely that you understand all 3 words separately, but together it's got nothing to do with a dad or gum. Dadgummit can be used to replace virtually any swear word in Texas. Stub your toe, dadgummit. Lock your keys in your car, dadgummit. It is very impolite in the South to swear, so this is as close as a proper Southern woman or gentleman would get. Dadgummit, Sally, you forgot to put gas in the truck again. And number 8, all get out. This Texas slang phrase, all get out, is what you use to convey the most extreme case of anything. So think of Mary Poppins. When she says supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, that means it's awesome. And if you want a phrase that expresses how wonderful something is, use all get out. Used in a sentence, this steak is as good as all get out. My mother-in-law is sweeter than all get out. Say that to your mother-in-law and you're probably getting a sideways look. Number 9, pitch a hissy fit. This is my favorite Texas urban slang because I tend to do it quite often. I can pitch a hissy fit better than anyone. To pitch a hissy fit simply means to throw a temper tantrum. While it's often used for children, trust me, adults can pitch hissy fits, and I'll bet you know some. If you really want to learn Texas slang and impress the locals, the next time someone's throwing a fit, you can be really local and say, wow, she's throwing a meaner tantrum than a $2 rattlesnake. Or you can just say, she's pitching a hissy fit. And number 10, come hell or high water. If there's one thing to know about Texans, it's that they're very, very, very loyal. And if they tell you that they'll do something, then they'll do it come hell or high water. This simply means that they'll do it no matter what it takes. Texans are known for being true to their word, and generally, there is nothing a true Texan won't do for another. It's our nature. And so come hell or high water, I'm going to continue to share the best of Wichita Falls on this here YouTube channel. So y'all come back now, you hear?